The living room, where the family meets to discuss issues, any issue which may be bothering one of the family members. That's what we do each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM with Ricardo Mitchell and DJ Aaron 868. We have casual conversations on serious topics, from sports to culture, mental health to economics, relationships to life lessons. Join us each and every Tuesday on WAC 90.1 FM. The Living Room, casual conversations on serious topics.
It is currently a couple of minutes after 6 p.m. here in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me see if you have watched her.
No, not yet. I'm working on it.
All right, cool. I don't know what time it is where you are, but I'm glad to know you're locked on to the True Nation station, WACK 90.1 FM, where we are
culture crazy.
First and foremost, let's kick it off as we always do, Ricardo, all right? Mm-hmm. We must give thanks and praises to the Almighty for granting us the gift of life and seeing another day. No matter what time of day it is, you must always
give thanks.
Secondly, must say thank you to those that went before us, and we're not just talking about Tony P, where the P this week stands for
postponement. As in, you had to wait until the end of the episode to find out what the P for.
Okay, then. All right. But also to the Tanos and the Kalinagos, the indigenous persons of Trinidad and Tobago. And as we inside the Calypso season and the Soca season now, as we learned last week, the 5 weeks and salt season. Remember Columbus Slide.
I realize you're in the zone. You're in a nice little flow now. It looked like the past couple weeks under the tutelage of the great one. Yeah? No? Too soon? Too soon?
Too soon. Yeah,
all
too
right,
soon.
Cool. Yeah, I hope you're listening. Yeah, under the tutelage, I realize you're starting to get some Kaiso. Your Kaiso legs back, man.
Yeah, the other day he told me he teach me about Kaiso. Don't know too sure about that.
I ain't getting between you and your godfather.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything about that, right? But if you don't know the voices you're listening to, this is yours truly, DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I am never late, alongside my bro with no fru.
Ricardo Mitchell, the social sage on the local stage, and this time I'm in a hat.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but then I remember that's next week.
I had a feeling. Yeah, watching you know. It's not my thing.
This is the living room.
Aaron.
Yeah.
I know how much time we have to do this, but we have some foot wiping and hat hanging to do, you know.
Take lead with this because I have real wiping, but people will tell me I want
to change it up a little bit. I want to wipe my feet and hang my hat on the exact same topic. I want to hang my hat to the young lady who, representing Trinidad and Tobago on a world stage, chose to highlight the issues, some of the poverty issues and some of the challenges faced by many young women in Trinidad and Tobago. I hang my hat for you for the work that you've done, whatever the motivations may have been, for regardless of what you did or didn't do before. I want to acknowledge what it is you've done since and what you will be doing going forward. Right. And I commend you for making a very, very difficult and highly controversial series of statements. I want to hang my hat for you for, sometimes saying the difficult thing. As Trinis, we have a tendency to, we flinch. We flinch anytime somebody shine a light on something. We'll always have a problem with how to say it. This is our generation, and this is where I want to now switch and wipe my feet, because the manner in which it was done left a lot to be desired. The speech in itself and the actions themselves. Listen, here's what's happening, right? Me know if his parang, this young lady was singing, but all I was hearing was I. If you started an organization that was performing work, then the way to reference the work that you've done was with we. all I hear was I. So what should have been a focus for the work that was done became a focus on the individual who, in perceived savior mode or not, was saving people based on the position she had and the access she had and the people she had supporting her versus what they could have done themselves. In terms of the team that submitted that particular speech for rehearsal, I don't know what y'all were thinking, but clearly now y'all know what everyone is thinking. So I want to hang my hat and wipe my feet simultaneously, because I've learned the hard way that is not always what you say. Sometimes it's how you say it. And also to the trainees who we have a tendency to, as I say, there was no right way for her to say the things that she said, but there was no way that she could have said it without upsetting somebody. So we kind of really need to wake up and acknowledge that even if things may not be as bad as someone says they are, or in the light that they painted, the fact that the situation or the condition exists means it is real regardless. Whether it is a statistical minority, what is a statistical or an acceptable statistical minority to you is someone's entire life. The area that she is addressing needs addressing. Not giving her a pass, but also saying, all right, let me not throw the baby with the bathwater. So yeah, foot wipe, hat hung. Aaron, where are you?
Just picking up the battle from that. Last week, we would have seen the protest on the Beatum and people saying how they overreacted. Mm-hmm. And we would have quickly addressed it that the situation that was taking place on the Beatum is a very real situation in terms of poor sewage. It may not be your reality, but it's the reality of the persons who live in that area. Mm-hmm. They may have exhausted every other option by visiting their councillors and their MP to no avail, and they decided to take matters into their own hands. Mm-hmm. As we established last week, sadly enough, the timing of the start of the work made it look like it was a reaction as opposed to proaction. And that's something that I have a serious issue with in this country that is called Trinidad and Tobago. We are a reactive society. This weekend, we would have woken up on Monday morning to the unfortunate news of the tear gas being thrown at persons who were demonstrating in the Queen's Park Savannah. No, I'm not going to get down into why they were demonstrating and all that. All that I'm wiping my feet about is that the use of excessive force was not necessary. Tear gas ain't no joke, all there. Tear gas can cause lasting damage. So to the persons who were affected, I am very sorry to hear that. However, if we are demonstrating, please be respectful in the way that we demonstrate. Toe the line in fighting your case, but not disrespecting an office. I think that's the best way I could sum that up. And another way to wipe my feet, West Indies, what happened? We lost to Ireland? Seriously? A series? 2-1?
What? You know what? No comment. No comment.
I watched the games, so you can't tell now.
No, I didn't say nothing. No comment. None.
Oh, but we're going to be facing up to England in I think it's a 5-match ODI or a 5-match T20 series that's supposed to be starting this week. So I'm looking forward to that, because just like the blood and veins are supporting Trinidad and Tobago, West Indies, Manchester United, and Golden State long to the last.
Do we have to do, bro?
Right?
Do we have to do?
Now this is going to be a very interesting shift of visuals, because you are seeing Ricardo and I in 2 jerseys right now, and in a minute or less you are going to see us totally different. And that's because the interview that we are going to show now was pre-recorded with the man, the legend, Kenrick. No, that's not his name. No. Kenneth.
No.
Kennedy.
No.
Kesrick.
Is Kesrick, you said it?
Yeah. Right. We are going to continue and show the rest of the interview with the man, Mr. Kenny Phillips. All right. So, Ricardo, take it away.
Welcome to the living room.
man with
That's part
business
of the
and
watchwords.
no, the watchwords, Aaron. What was your discipline, tolerance, production? Here for the comment, subsidy, and here for the
and
comment.
here for the comments. Yeah.
All right.
Here for the comments.
Yeah.
Wow, you know my watchwords different. My watchwords is in spite of.
Correct.
That
Correct.
should be the national motto.
That should be it on the thing under the printer and the niner, under the boats.
Number one in the world.
Under the pirogues.
Yeah.
Success in spite of.
Trinidad in spite of. Because we don't get this, we don't get that, but it has happened.
Yeah, boy.
It happened in spite of. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Don't put me up on no soapbox here. No,
we wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Right.
technically it's your soapbox if you want to climb up on it. That's what you
You know, it'll be an interesting conversation between Kenny and Phillips as to who at fault here.
But
No.
really looking to push some of these culture conversations, and one of my objectives during the course of the year is to bring in some movers and shakers, not just as one-on-one perspectives, but I think this year I really want to have a couple more. I don't want to call it panels. When you hear panel, it does think is 4 and 5 people on a table. But I mean, just some meetings of the minds so that we could really chew through some of these things instead of just mentioning them now. I think we're at a point where, and because of your experience in this thing, we have to acknowledge that for culture to survive, yes, it has to evolve, but it has to be rooted to something as well. And I think we have a generation that's so traditionalist that they're not embracing the fact that we have to do new things for culture to survive. And then we have a generation that feel excluded by the traditionalists, so they don't want to do everything opposite to what got us here.
I like that, Ricardo. And this is something that, if I'm allowed to, Kenny, ask this question, because it's not something that we were destined to talk about today. With Kaiso, right? We see in soca with one set of rhythms. Like everybody's singing rhythms in soca now. It probably had like 5 singles for this year and 85 rhythms. I'm probably exaggerating the numbers, but
I don't feel so.
I don't feel
that.
and on cue here is Brownie, but yeah.
Every time that light on too long, the neighbor dog does start barking. Every single time. But anyway.
No, you realize in neighbor dog, no bandits.
Well, it's a good thing I in the house. So anyhow, right?
Yeah, nothing up your sleeves, right?
Sleeveless today.
Yeah.
Right? I forget what's going to say now. Right.
Rhythm.
So what would it take for us to get chalk dust on a rhythm or sugar aloes on a rhythm to say that, hey,
we could do that too. We could do that too. Yeah. To me, it's just a matter of explaining the right person talking to them. Because anybody can approach them and get that done,
Well, yeah, I don't know what order the screen in here, but whichever direction,
point down,
whichever direction Kenny in, that is the man that had to talk to them. Because we have to find a way to bridge the gap to keep the Kaiso, not just soca, but the Kaiso trending.
I agree with you. Mind you, I have gone through the crown phase, right? Some years ago, 2-3 years ago, it was a big thing for me to have people in the race for the crown. I would have 8 people in semifinals, 10 people in semifinals, you understand? And 5 people on the finals, and sometimes 8 people on the finals. And that was a big thing. And then realized the crowd at the finals dwindling because the songs at the finals, they can't relate to. Not saying it's not good songs, but they can't relate to it. The finals, by the time halfway through the finals, everybody asleep.
Well, not to sound bad, the people who attend the finals are generally up there in age as well.
Granted, they are the real Kaiso purists.
Yeah.
But them same people will dance in a fete and jump up. So,
Now,
what? Why? That's why I tried to do what I did with my song, which should have been somebody else singing it, to tell you the truth, but it was written for me.
Why you didn't give Aaron it? Aaron begging to sing years now.
Let him keep begging.
So he's a better beggar than a singer then.
I think so.
Yeah, that's again the uncomfortable conversations.
Yes. No, but I did a up-tempo song, but up-tempo calypso. You understand? That is what I did. Because when I pitched that to calypso, then they are accustomed to the safe zone. I shouldn't use that word, but they're accustomed being safe. Right? And so now I do it, and people realize, hey, that's something here. You know? Because my song was fast. Well, for calypso, pretty fast. Yeah. And was hitting hard.
It was 125 BPM, yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it was 130 something, and you had to bring it down. Because I was going up. I was going up in the ups. But I couldn't sing that letter words.
Right.
Yeah. And I go and cut you across here, Kenny, with this one. Recently, we have seen some Kaisos have a bounced it, right? Dwayne O'Connor, Not in Here. Devon Seal, Respect God's Voice. I'll continue. Oh gosh. It have a couple more that have a nice bounced it.
Right.
That are there. But again, the traditionalists still believe in the
60 something speed. Yeah. No, that has its place. That has its place and its purpose. But
remember, we're looking for consumption too, eh?
Yeah.
Right. But I'll tell you something from my opinion. It's just my opinion. The separation of soca and calypso was really the downfall of soca and calypso. Right? Because when they say, okay, you soca men go so and sing all the things so, and all the Kaiso men sing so. So the Kaiso men now gone strictly for big lyrics. And the soca men gone for nothing, no sense.
Peace,
vibe, just frenzy. And there's that big hole in the middle where sense used to be. There's nothing of sense, or not much substance. The Kaiso got so boring that you can't even make out the sense. Because by the time it starts, you don't hear that Kaiso. And the soca gone so fast and frenzy, there's no space for sense. So it needs to have a meeting of something somewhere. This to me, I have always wanted to tweak the tent, as I said before, and I'm getting the opportunity to tweak the tent.
So let's spend a little bit as we are gonna start to wrap up tonight's program, talking about how you're gonna be tweaking the tents inside the Kaiso Coliseum, which kicks off this Friday, the 14th of January at 7 p.m. Who we starting on that Friday? Firstly,
Kaiso Showcase. The launch is with Kaiso Showcase, South Tent.
And I'm gonna say that is South Tent.
Yes.
Right.
So on this is my concept here. Well, we're already virtual. We're virtual, right? We have the virtual space. We cool. But we launching Kaiso Showcase. We have five singers per night, 5 or 6, singing 3 or 4 songs. One must be a vintage. It could be calypso or soca or a vintage, meaning an old song that people know.
Right.
And the other one will be your best song that you sang, your hit song. The first vintage could be a song. It don't have to be your song. Could be, it's just for entertainment value. Right?
So a classic.
A classic, right?
With that key.
And classic with a key. And the next song is your best song. And then the other song will be a new or new-ish song. Cool?
That don't have to be your song as well, or it have to be your song?
It could be, well, it's a new song, so it might have to be your song. You know what I mean? But and you could, if you have a fourth, if you get encore, you can have a fourth classic again, right? But the idea is entertainment value,
Right?
Not winning crown value. Entertainment.
I don't like we're going there already.
Right?
So we taking out, we acknowledging that a lot of pop culture is just consuming the music for entertainment value. So now you're just trying to get them healthier consumption then.
Yes. And if you hear the rendition of some of the old songs, sometimes when people render it, it's when you say, oh, that is what it is. You understand? You ever come across that when you listen to a song all the time and then a man sing it and do the action, you say, oh, that is what you mean.
I wonder if I could openly say this, right? There's a young gentleman who goes by the name of Tazea O'Connor.
Tazea
O'Connor.
Yes.
When I know he would do during Kaiso History Month, he did a show with the younger voices of Kaiso. Ricardo, he sang over his dad's song, Nothing Here. Watch it. When there was Black Stallion show,
he sang Black Stallion as well.
He sang Black Stallion Sufferers.
Yeah.
Watch it, but that young fella is very talented.
You know what? And this is a point I alluded to earlier, and I want to actually bring it to a conclusion now. Last week, when we recognized and paid tribute to Kenny J and the Mighty Bomber, at the end of the program, we ran the songs. And Aaron sent me the songs before I loaded it to the video. And I sat, and I didn't sit down to listen to pull out just enough music to make up time. I say, Ricardo, if you're playing tribute public, pay tribute private. And I sat down and I listened to the music. And I nearly cried. Because...
You wept?
Nah, I leave in the Aaron wept for you and the other man with all the short verse. But I was moved by not just the quality and Kenny J's song about radio, when he was begging. You
know what years that was? You know what year that was?
I was in the 90s.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
what changed?
I purposefully picked that song.
You get on.
Because everybody would have rushed to play
Brush.
The Whole or Brush or Alexander. Nah.
I didn't know the man could have sing like that.
You see that tune where he sang about he wants a radio station. A radio station. To play soca and calypso alone. He knew what he was saying.
When I hear that Mr. Unfortunate, I stop and I say, it's not like I didn't hear it before, but I didn't listen to it before. I want to start
you ever check out the rhyming scheme of Bomber?
Well, I had to go back now and do it.
I feel I'll do that.
The man,
listen, man.
The man here right here.
Listen, he will do something and I think, wow, it's so obvious. Miss Cupid, insipid and stupid. That he was. I know when you write a song for somebody to I know. It's just construction.
Come out, yeah.
Yeah, well, I into that.
Yeah, he's a proper wordsmith. He don't just pick words, but he just manipulate the word into position a kind of way. I was like, but wait, man, this what we sleeping on.
Yep.
This is what when it come on the station, you might change it because you're
not on that.
And that's the thing. We need to find a way that not just the three of us sitting here, or the DJs and presenters on WAC, or the 1% of the population according to the survey that is listening to WAC.
We get 1%?
Yep. Well, I probably was being generous. I don't know.
Oh wait, you're sure that 1% was now wink wink nudge nudge?
I don't know. I honestly don't believe that survey, but that's a whole other conversation.
Another conversation,
yeah. Right? But we need to find a way to continue to pass our history, our culture down to the next generation.
So let me say across. let me say across, because it happened in our era.
Yeah, boy.
It happened in our era that ignoring the good thing and running down the. Anyway, sorry, let me let you finish.
Right, and I'm going to take a second here because I know you always tell me sometimes I'm too humble that I don't talk about these things. I took my time to do a Kaiso mix. I did 3 of them to show people that, hey, Kaiso could mix too. Once a month, I take 2 hours out of my radio show and play Kaiso alone.
Yes, Sweet Soca Saturdays.
Yeah.
Sweet Soca Saturdays, 2 p.m.
2 to 6, yeah.
2 to 6, right.
Yeah, right? And it started off with a 30-minute segment after I paid tribute to continue playing Kaiso. And it reached to the point where people was begging me to continue to play Kaiso for 2 hours. Because there are people that want to hear it. But when the Kaiso is playing with everyone, pull your children close and let them hear our history. Let them hear about David Rudder singing about 1990 with the coup or the Panama Papers. Let them hear Chuck just telling you to learn arithmetic that 75 cannot go into 14. Let them hear Krokro say that he ain't going to tell nobody when he go in so they won't pack up his suitcase.
Reno Rama and all them kind of thing.
Let them hear Stalin talking about who is a shining star and that sufferers don't care about color. Let them hear those things because that is our history. Let them hear Baron talking about that he's the sweet soca man, or Sugar Aloe saying that he loves being himself. I just had to put that song there because that's like the greatest Kaiso I've ever written. Like, seriously.
Yeah, you know, Dingo Leaders do something in my soul way. Something about that.
I want to put you on a project, Mr. 86 Late.
Okay, Kenny, not great.
Hey.
Every week this man will say he's always great, never late, and make sure and tell Kenny, you know. The first thing Kenny looked to say is 86 late, yes?
Because I know the man. So
one should I reach later now?
One. Ooh. One for your count. Yeah, what happening? Yeah, I'm going to put you on a project because I realize you're talking about guys, so you're talking at a particular age group, a particular quality, a particular, when the instruments were pure. I saying the wrong term. When it was band.
When it was live.
I want you to now take some rhythm and take the era before that, like the Royal Lions and the Douglas and the whatnot, and put them in your rhythm. If you feel you're bad, rhythm, take some rhythm, nowadays rhythm, and put the Douglas and the Spoilers and the da inside that.
I like a challenge. I will accept that.
We ladies and gentlemen, we wait to hear the skill of 86 Late, never great.
No, you know, it's a sad thing. I openly challenged your compatriots and you to a show with that kind of vibe, where we mix in the generations.
We were trying to save you, but since you insist in the demolition, we will come.
Right? No, but we really need to do something because, as we have just admitted, there's a wealth of talent out there that, as always said, Baron used to be begging for play at one point, you know.
Yeah, Marshall too. I know when Marshall was begging for play. When we used to be quarreling about Chinese laundry.
Well, you could say that because you know him.
I know him well.
You think you could get him to come for an interview inside the living room?
When last you see him? Oh, okay.
We just see Instagram videos of him talking about the succulents with his fig trees.
Right, man, in the garden now.
Yeah,
in the garden.
Man, he hung up his sword.
Strangely enough, I spoke to him a long while ago, just as the pandemic, and I said, I'm coming by you to interview you. I'm coming. He said, well, just come now. I'm like, 2 years later, I ain't going away yet.
Yeah, reach yet.
At all. And I really should. I should really go. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But according to Shadow, survival business is a crucial business, The issue to surviving right now is a big deal. But I must say that the WAC Calypso Coliseum has been receiving a lot of accolades and questions, and people are very interested because the Calypso lovers, that is, and even people who are not Calypso lovers want to see, well, where are you going with this? What are you doing? How you could do this? So it really have a buzz. Yeah. Like after this interview, I did an interview before this one. I'm doing this one, and in the morning I have to go on TTT, and I have to go on Gael, and I have to go on,
Good thing you get the big one out of the way early,
I know, guys. I had a job to hit him there, but I'm gonna leave him alone.
No, don't. Then you get your chance, hit it.
I was going to ask if I'm not gonna ask if you already have a face for TV, but then again, this is visual radio, so
yeah. No, what they tell me, they say, come now, because if you're on video, the ball low.
But the man tell hit him, you pulling punches. Can you come here to pull a punch with you here?
I don't gonna say. But then again, Brigo does be on video, so all are we good?
All are we good, man?
All are we good?
Yeah.
I like how you reference your father all of a sudden, just...
Anyway, foul on cockroach, yes, let me stay out of that. Stay out of that.
So as we are wrapping up tonight, I want to ask one more question, Kenny, before we allow you the floor for closing remarks and stuff like that. What else is in store for Carnival 2022 and beyond?
I have partnered with some gentlemen to do on Sundays. We're doing pan, jam your set in the Rama, which should be like a 6 to 10 man pan side, single pan, and they're playing a set, meaning a session of sometimes 30 to 45 to an hour long, and the contributions and the likes and the shares is what goes towards the votes to winning. They think they have a $15,000 winning.
Yeah,
I think they already have about 12 bands signed up already. Yeah,
like pan side or just
no pan side. Well, if you could be a big pan side, but you had to come as a single pan. You could be desperate, but you had to come as a single pan.
Okay, I meant like if it's like just random groups of people, like the three of us decide, hey, we join in this thing and we go and enter, or is it that the actual bands?
What school you went to? How are you doing that? You're a pan.
Right, but I could know somebody who in a pan.
Or you just go with that tractor, pull out some pan and let you just go.
Well, I never said that because we respect the national instrument.
Well, I don't understand.
No, but what I was saying is like a group of pan players could have just come together and go to, let's say, Skiffle Bunch and say, hey, I could have called him my name. Management. We would like to enter this competition and we would like to use your instruments to do so.
Okay.
That is what I mean, like a group of
established pan side.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yes, but what I'm saying, it's a single pan competition, really. But our regular conventional small, medium, or large band could become a single pan and enter.
Okay.
And it's only single pan because of the pandemic and the amount of people
restrictions there.
Yes.
So we can't you can't come with your quadraphonic people. You have to come with your tenor.
You could leave the quadraphonic by the road and
come with one pan.
Yeah.
You don't know how quadraphonic is, Ricardo.
No, but I'm gonna find out fast though.
It's 4 tenors, so you could pump up at your.
Yeah, right. Next week. Yeah, right there. Wow. Quadraphonic. I will look for it.
Yeah. So that's on the Sundays. That's the Calypso is the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The pan is on the Sundays. So regardless of whether they're having a carnival or not, whether the powers that be decide it can or can't, we have to do what we've been brought here to do, which is culture. And I will be doing it.
Continue to create, man.
Yeah, we had to, we had to do it. We can't pull no punches now. Too late.
And I'm gonna say you can't continue to depend on the government to give you the space to create.
I don't depend on the government at all, because
in this digital age where anybody could go on YouTube and create an account and post their own thing. Do depend on the government all here. We sit in the midst of a man who walked Port of Spain with asking for legislation for 50% local content on our airwaves, and instead of being greeted with open arms, he was blacklisted. Take heed, because that's history, but it's still going on today.
There's something I want to openly say about WAC and my relationship with WAC. I didn't understand that our history was a future that people were working towards. I don't know if you catch what it is I'm saying there, but what we're looking at as...
I'm trying to reason it out.
I'm not going to say I'm trying to.
What we're looking at as history, somebody worked towards that as their future. There are things that we're working towards now as the future that somebody going to look back on as history.
As history, yes.
Right. So what I'm saying is we're working towards something that we would hope the people coming after us would respect, even if they're not preserving it. I didn't get that this is people lives and dreams and purpose and mission and money and time and experiences that they work hard to create and put these things down. So now I'm feeling an obligation to make sure that, hey, while all here working on building all your own things, let me respect the things that people build for we to stand up on now.
Listen now, and I like how you say that. I have been blessed because I have been in the midst of some of the champions in the industry. I've played for, backed up, produced some of the champions of the industry. And I've been lucky to say, hey, I work with Kitchener. I work with Black Stalin. I work with Sparrow. I work with Leston Paul. I work with Frankie McIntosh, Pelham Goddard. I wish other people could get that opportunity to just rub shoulders and learn from some of these people. I wish my sons could get that opportunity. You know, I have toured London, I've toured England with Shadow. You understand? I've been lucky. I understand this fraternity in the industry and how sweet it is and how sour it is. You know? But it's the Calypso. I have a love for Calypso and soca and the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. And I just wish I could impart that love to people who never had the love before. For people to understand, and, oh, that is what he say there? That is how he's singing that? That is how he sing? That is how he dressing? That is to realize that this thing is so rich. It's so, you know, I'm glad that all the youngsters, well, they're so young, because they're more green than me. But I'm glad that all the...
you cut off yours. So
Well, you seen any gray hair?
No, you die walking. But that's okay.
All your mic black with wiki. Shoe polish all on your mic now. Your whole mic is shoe polish. But anyway.
You walk through the rain, you leave a trail.
Nah, but you know, this is the perfect opportunity here to publicly say this. And on behalf of the listeners of WAC 90.1 FM and the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago at large, we want to say thank you very much, Kenny, for the yeoman service that you have been doing and continue to do to preserve the culture of our country. Right?
I waited for a punchline because I know the boy.
No, it have no punchline here.
Okay.
Because we have to continue to give our cultural heroes the flowers while they are still here to smell them, and we intend to do that. Right? So thank you very much, Kenny. And again, to be transparent with the listeners, I learn a lot from you.
Thank you for your kind words. I would have tell some lash all now, but I won't ease you up because you're in a zone. So I won't pong.
And he does cry. He does cry after when he hit stop record and things.
At the end of the show. Oh, okay.
Wait, but I tell any man a compliment that I learned from him, and he ready to hit me some jabs,
No, because I know you. It's a jab first.
No, I have no jabs there. This is genuine admiration for the work that you are doing. And yeah. And trust me, the two gentlemen which you have brought up in this industry are doing excellent work as well.
No, them fellas good. Them fellas real good. I challenge them to shoot out on their run.
Oh, his sons. Oh,
Yeah.
his sons. Oh, I thought you talking about these two gentlemen here now. I know, got to say, well, all right. Thanks. But, I don't have to learn my role and act my part. Sorry.
You challenge. Let's not wait. If you're challenging them to a shootout, go on a neutral platform, please.
You who? He? Not me.
Yeah, Kenny. Yeah, don't do that shootout on whack, because they will say you bring them in your backyard.
Yeah. Why I must carry them somewhere else? No, but if you the champion and you bad, you could win anywhere. You understand me? Them bad, them big anything.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah, man.
Casey have a road match yet?
Who?
Casey,
you say no?
yeah, asking Casey have a road match?
Casey have 8 road matches, but 9.
Right.
It might be more than 9.
Kenny have how much?
1,
Kyle have how much?
2.
So in that, your two sons have more road match than you?
Yep. I have 1.5. Let me be real. I have 1.5.
This is not counting Panorama points in 1990.
No, seriously. I have 1.5. I have jump and weight. No, I have more seconds than them though.
Well, obviously.
A real seconds.
You should bring one of them seconds in the pan shootout.
No, but them guys, well, road match different now to where it was back then. And back then, when I was fighting for road matches, Super Blue and Tambo, I was fighting there.
Mm-hmm.
So them seconds is pedigree.
Oh yeah, man. Wo Donkey was second. Wine and a Boomsy was second. Good. Out of real seconds in a while. Real seconds.
Aaron as in a basketball jersey, let me use a reference to go understand. Now you see Karl Malone and Charles Barkley and them kind of fellas, the men who, it's not that they don't have it, but who was standing in the way.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the other day when Super Blue was there, he was saying, see boy, we used to be studying what all you're doing down in the hole when we doing we thing, I didn't even know that.
And again, and I see next thing, Ricardo, within these 220 shows that would have been done at Back 90.1 FM, I was able to probably work like 150 of them, if so much. And I was able to be in the presence of some of our legends. Super Blue and Ronnie McIntosh, the concert on Independence, well, the night before Independence, had 3,000 or 4,000 people watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
And was able to raise close to, I think, like $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
I sat in the presence of Pelham
and Leston.
Mm-hmm. Boy.
And you didn't realize what even happened on that show. On that show. When we asked Leston about the genesis of Leston, how he come out, right? Pelham was there, right? Leston got his opportunity from Duke, right? The Mighty Duke. First song, first chance to do an album. And it was an album called Harps of Gold. And Leston say, Duke come and say, hey, young fella, I'm going to give you a chance. You know, do this album for me because I want to go somewhere else. Pelham took it a bit further. Pelham say he was in the rehearsal with Duke and Arthur Dikoto. When Duke tell Art Dikoto, I am feeling this music you're arranging for me here. And Art Dikoto say, what? You're feeling my music? And take up all the sheets and tear them up and say, "Perhaps we go and drink." And that's how Leston, you understand? Duke went to Leston. And that album of Harps of Gold have songs like Freaking Streaking, The Portrait, Jam It in the Center, Jam It in this. You understand what I'm saying? Leston.
And that's the thing. And Avexa are not as social media savvy and as some other persons, but these concerts that I would have worked, I got to play music for some of the watcher.
I'm mad at you, Aaron, because you in position to create archives. And no digga hers, but the only picture that you take so far was to show off that you meet Toronto and Winchester when I was Stockholm, because it only had so many numbers now. Sure, if you're listening as a big fan, I just saying. Dead or alive, still coming back. And yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. You're in position. So do you know what? If you was always great and never late, well then how about you reach out 5 minutes early and power phone to record or something, take some pictures so that
you're using cuss words, but early you said it.
Yeah, but there's the opportunity, man. Document from your POV. You don't know in 20 years' time, some young boy go have you on their program, and you'll want to be able to point to them that, hey, look it right here. You can check for yourself.
You know, when I do check how much archives we actually have now, how to like chop up them songs, and it's wow.
Ask Desmond, he know how to do that.
No, he know how to pirate. Or difference.
Again, Ricardo, this is what we saying here. This is what has been going on behind the camera when these shows going on. Huh? Somebody will be singing a cover of our tune, and then you'll just hear it either from Kerry or Rock or myself. Desmond recording this, and then so said, so done. If the shows are Saturday, the Sunday
there's one busting that tune on here.
Playing the tune.
Innovation. You gotta continue to create, take the opportunity where it comes.
So it's not that we throwing jabs at Mr. Desmond here, but this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So Kenny, as we're wrapping up here,
man.
Any and I saying this exactly how it's written. Any closing remarks? Your social media contacts, because I see you join Instagram the other day, and shameless plugs.
Oh, I like the shameless plug, right?
We know that.
Yeah, come on. No, closing remarks is look out for the action this year. Don't miss it, because it's gonna be a whole. You might be part of history. Because it's a changing of the guard, not the guard, but changing of the form, and come and see what we do, right? Because I think if it's entertainment, you'll get entertainment, and the kind of people we have there is like wow, So that is one. Don't miss it. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The first one started on a Friday. But every whole weekend, tents. We even have the Tobago Masters coming. We hear this one. You want to talk about innovation? We have Beyond the Borders Calypso tent in Calypso Crew, which is the foreigners. Foreigners coming together. The first show is Anselm Douglas,
Who let the dogs out?
Socrates, Fire Empress, Makame, Fifi. It's Calypso bad some all over. From all over. Right?
Tigress. No,
Tigress is the leader of the tent. But she's not on the first show. She might be on the third show.
Can I go and say, we see when Tigress crack out that, don't call me Wajang.
Bad show there.
Yeah,
so, yeah, and the people now, they're recording in their neck of the woods, and we putting it together and making a show. We bring in the most bacchanalish of bacchanalish MCs to keep the thing alive. And when I say bacchanal, I mean bacchanal. We have giveaways for those of you who contribute. I just got today, I got a toaster, a bed set, bed sheet set, and something else. You know, we have things to give away. So don't feel it's, you know, it's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice.
Oh,
it's going to be real nice.
So just
so that's my shameless plug, right?
So I could contribute to getting the giveaway, or it go look better. It go look better if I give somebody the money and let them contribute it.
You could do it.
You know, here what to do to up your chances. Do both.
What kind of smart man thing?
No, and the contributions of course will be Fund Me TNT, which has been our go-to platform forever, right? We've lost the text platform because they say they're not making enough money, so they can't continue. So that's another argument for another day.
Yeah.
Right. So we doing the pledge your support on the WAC what you call it, WhatsApp phone, and people drop off the thing, and we could win prizes there too. So you could pledge your support. Text the thing and say, hey, I pledge $100, I pledge $20. Just drop off your pledges. Because we in all shameless plug, we are the only entity who has monetized this thing.
I could add to a shameless plug.
Well, let me give a bigger one. You remember there was a night we had a show, and there was a competing show, 1 Yard. You remember 1 Yard? 1 Yard, and I can't remember what our show was. We just had a normal Calypso show. But 1 Yard had Kess, Voice, Chronics, Beanie Man.
Yeah.
You name it, Shinsia. You name it. 1 Yard had all of that. And it was a donation show too. It was a donation show. And we had a normal Kaiso, whatever we just do. I think it was a Terry Lion show or something we had. We had more donations than 1 Yard. So that's my shameless plug.
Well, I'm not going to say to add to a shameless plug, other persons would have come to your stage, attempted to do their own, and it did not last as long. Other persons would have seen your template and tried to implement it, and it didn't even last 5 shows.
So what you're saying is that the CD template tried to implement it and couldn't cement it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
No comment.
I know me saying that is going to ruffle some feathers because I do walk in a lot of different circles, but facts is facts.
You walking in circles long time. I ain't telling it about that.
No, but facts is facts. The WAC stage, as I said before, is the only stage to be created during this pandemic and to continue to exist and thrive. Right?
You know something, gentlemen. A lot of other virtual shows are fully subsidized and sponsored, are fully recorded, go back in the studio and mix and edit and come back as a recording. Right? And there's compare WAC shows with these other shows. WAC show is live. There's barely any other recording thing and come back. And so I'm saying all that to say we all right. We do okay. My guys and them working hard, and they really work hard too, through thick and thin. You understand? So I give them most props.
Yeah, sure.
I give Kerry and them most props because they're there, they're working hard, and we have it down to our science. When you like, if you go to see a similar show somewhere else, when you pull up, the crew is about 25. Our crew is 4.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
So I ain't counting any crew, right?
Sorry, 3.5.
Ricardo, wrap up this interview, please. I good. I real good.
I can't believe this show is better than last week, Coon. Listen, guys, I want to thank you. Uncle Kenny. Here what is going on. I don't think people understand the contribution that you've made, and a lot of the people who do understand it not going to credit you for it. Plain talk, bad manners. It is what it is, and I just want to point out that you don't have to measure yourself against other people when you are the measuring stick to begin with. Yeah, I have a little thing, right? What I'm saying is,
yeah, you do. Yeah.
Whack is the standard. Whack is the standard. Full stop. Right. That is it. I good day. This is Ricardo Mitchell, the social stage and the local stage. Thanking you for joining us in the living room. Remember, guys, the hourglass is opaque. We don't know how much time remains, so whatever you're doing, be good and stay safe. Aaron?
And this is your truly DJ Aaron 868. I'm always great and I am never late. I know Kenny going on there. Yeah, anyhow. Right? Reminding you that love is the currency, so spend some today. We want to thank you for tuning in tonight. I know we went a little over time. I don't know how much was the time right now. Probably is after 7, I think. Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's after 7.
It's after 7, but again, thank you for tuning in, because when we have a guest like this, we had to beg for some extra time.
You're begging the left hand to get the right hand.
Yeah. This week on the Calypso Coliseum, on Thursday the 21st, it's Kaiso House. On Friday the 22nd, it's Kaiso Showcase. And on Saturday the 23rd at 7 p.m., it's Calypso Review. All right, make sure and tune in. And you can donate via Fund Me TNT, and it will be streaming on all WAC platforms. That's Zeno Radio, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Tego, TuneIn, Visual Radio, the Trinidad radio station website, the Dial 90.1 FM. There are so many ways. You should have no excuse not to be logged onto the True Nation station.
Also, it will be live or delayed simulcast, live or delayed broadcast on Dial, Synergy, T10, which I can't remember the new name of T10.
That is WESN?
No, that is M&E TV.
Okay, right.
Right. I have to say the right thing. 91.9. Yeah.
Look.
Why you went there? Why did you go there?
No, and I was just pleased by the level of interest and support that these other platforms are showing to the project.
And I'm going to say, when you have quality product and production, the frequency doesn't matter. It reaches where it has to go.
So wait, what you're saying is once you have quality products and what?
Production.
Quality products and production, then it permeates to the public regardless of platform.
Excellent alliteration there.
So you know what the P this week stand for?
These wardrobe changes that we pulled tonight, again, Ricardo finally learned.
Yeah, I ain't going through that. You listen, when you record multiple shows, especially for different platforms,
the key to it is making sure and change your jersey, right?
You know, when you're watching Jeopardy and Family Feud and thing, and the episode that you see in one day for the week is actually 4 and 5 episodes are recording the same day and just change wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
I understand
now
it
you
now.
know.
Yeah. Noted.
Right. So guys, we want to say thank you for locking into the living room tonight, and we will be back next week Tuesday, same time, same place, God's willing, hopefully in different clothes.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, hopefully.
I ain't going through that again.
Yeah, you shouldn't. And up next is Ricardo's godfather. You gay envelope yet?
You know what? He left me with something to look forward to this year. So he gave me hope. He gave me the gift of hope.
Hoping is the
One of these days we'll tell all what that means.
Yeah, right. So guys, up next is Mr. Desmond with the big band. And you can catch me again on Saturday at 2 p.m. inside Speed Soca Saturdays. And this week we'll be paying tribute to Mr. Michael Osuna, the Sugar Aloes, at 3:30 p.m. press conference permitting.
I remember when I meet Sugar Aloes, I understand the name now.
And he get worse.
Well, have a good night. And in the wise words of DJ Aaron 868, keep it locked.
That's always. Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, I forget.